All kinds of issues. Big surprise.
Psychedelic, man. Special guest star for the week, Lord Dyke.
I like the star wipe.
It's and Dan, brought to you by Tim Hortons. As Jay Onright's on vacation till I think mid-December.
Yes, confirmed.
He's around there. I think him and James Duthie vacationing together, returning at the same time.
Might play some golf.
I don't want to get started on Duthie. Duthie, like he tees off at like 5 in the morning. Tee off when
with
normal
the birds.
People, yeah, tee off. Welcome to the show. Hope you're enjoying your Timmies as you watch along, and get ready for some Jay's highlights.
I'm not going to insult you off the top of the show again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It was really mean of me.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It was good. A good icebreaker.
I guess. Jays and Rays. Bo Bichette riding a 7-game hit streak to begin his big league career. Went to high school nearby in St. Petersburg, playing in front of many friends and family. His father, Dante, joined the Rays broadcast before this one got underway.
I'm sure it's on his mind, you know, and he's got a tough job tonight with this guy on the mound. So this will be his first big-time pitcher he faced. Yeah. So, you know, hey, like I said, all the work's been done, man. He's just going to have to take a deep breath and go for it.
So that guy on the mound, Rays ace Charlie Morton, ERA just over 2 this season. Bo leading off, and welcome home. So stay in the park. Bichette initially thinking triple. Oh, he's going to get back there just in time. The hitting streak continues. He would later come in to score. Bichette now with another crack at Morton in the third. Mono, mono, and he gets the best of him once again. This time, it's out of the park. Third home run of the year for Bichette. 6 of his 8 big league games have been multi-hit performances. And keeping up with the youth movement now, how about Vladdy Guerrero Jr., named the AL Player of the Week for the 2nd time this season, trying to get his bat going here in the 6th, but Tampa's defense up to the challenge. Willie Adames with the amazing diving stab, and look at Jin Man Choi. Full splits, 10 out of 10, and I don't think he split his pants, which is probably the most remarkable thing. The Jays take the series opener, 2-zip, your final in Tampa. Bichette's 9 extra base hits are now tied for the most through a player's first 8 games since 1908. He also tied the franchise record for longest hit streak to start a career at 8. He's tied with Jesse Barfield as well as Ryan Goins.
Yanks and O's, bottom 3. Jonathan VR. Line drive to center. It's over the head of Brett Gardner. Oh, is this going to be inside the park? VR. No, he's going to stop at third. It's his 3rd triple of the season. Next time up, bottom 5. VR. Ground ball. Finds a hole. Aaron Judge, nonchalant in right. VR takes advantage of the soft throw, ends up with his 24th double of the season. Top 6. One of the Yankees' many replacements, Mike Tauchman, drives one to left center. It's Daco time. 30th home run New York's hit at Camden this season. That is an MLB record for a visiting team. Again, that's Mike Tauchman. Bottom 6, VR. 2-run shot to deep right center. His 15th of the season, ties the game at 6. VR, a single shy of a cycle. Again, the cycle is just an oddity. A player would much rather have 4 home runs, I would figure, or 4 triples. Top 8, New York's 4th string first baseman, Mike Ford. Moonshot, his 2nd of the year. Yanks have had 22 different players hit a home run this season, most in baseball. Okay, so we got to check in on VR with a chance for the cycle in the 9th. Here's the great Gary Thorne on the call.
That ball to right field's going to fall in for a base hit, and he's got the cycle.
The 5th cycle in Orioles history. Yanks win anyway.
to do so.
Braves and Twins Canadian Mike Soroka on the road this season, 6-0, 120 ERA, and 11 starts away from home. What a season he's having. Bottom two, Marwin Gonzalez. This one into left. Adam Duvall on the run. Diving grab. He did need to dive for that. I always like to judge because sometimes they dive just to make it look good. Soroka retired the first 11 hitters he faced. Bottom five, 2-1 Twins. Max Kemp takes a trip to Tappytown. Population ball. His 31st of the season. Soroka went 7, allowed 3, picked up the no decision. So he's still undefeated on the road. Bottom 9. It's tied at 3. Miguel Sano pinch hitting. Sano with a 443-foot shot, his first career walk-off home run as the Twins win it in dramatic fashion.
Doubleheader between the Marlins and Mets. Here's game 1. There's Jeff McNeil. 13 home runs this season. 8 of them have come off the first pitch of an at-bat. You know it's coming. Yeah, I got all of that one. McNeil's NL leading 9th home run off of first pitch this season. Let's go to the 6th now. Isan Diaz making his Major League debut for the Marlins. Family on hand for the special day, and they were actually being interviewed in the 6th when this happened.
Very, very emotional.
That was impressive. That might even be more impressive than the home run. That was Papa Diaz as the son hits a home run in his first Major League game. A day to remember, but the Marlins would lose game 1 of the double dip.
Come on, how can you not like sports? The Mets, after the game 1 win, a 500 ball club for the first time since May 28th. They've won 10 of their last 11. Top one, Michael Conforto with 2 on. That'll work. Actually, that was bottom 1. That cashes both runners. New York's 5th straight game scoring in the opening inning. New York down 4-3 in the 7th. Conforto. What? That ties the game. Very next batter. Uh-oh. It's Pete Alonso. Alonso's 35th of the season, 3rd most in the NL, 5th most home runs by an NL rookie all time. Marcus Stroman. Oh, he's all in. Mets with a winning record for the first time since May 2nd. They're only 2 back in the wild card.
The biggest event in Canadian tennis is now underway, and for Denis Shapovalov, the Rogers Cup also marks his return to the court after a brief hiatus. The 20-year-old hasn't won since May 22nd. He's lost 9 of his last 11 matches and hasn't advanced past the first round in 4 straight tournaments. Shapovalov took a step back from tennis following Wimbledon to get his passion back for the sport, and it seems to have worked, the Canadian insisting he's in a good place right now. So he comes into the tournament stuck on a 5-match losing skid, taking on Pierre-Hugues Herbert in the opening round. Shapovalov off to a good start with break point here in the first set, going cross-court backhand. Shapo lost his only previous match to the Frenchman earlier this year, but he goes up an early break here. A few games later, Shapovalov still feeling it with the backhand. Turn winner as he takes the opening set 6-3, and the Canadian just kept on rolling. Gets drawn forward, showing off the touch. The Richmond Hill, Ontario native has never lost in the first round of the Rogers Cup, and he's now leading 6-5. We get another great return, then cross-court with the forehand. He would go on to break, taking the match in straight sets as Shapovalov picks up his first win in more than 2 months.
And this one was also Canada against France, with number 17 Milos Raonic taking on Lucas Pouille. Raonic looking for his first championship at this tournament after being eliminated in the 2013 Rogers final. First set, Raonic to the net. Drop shot winner. Raonic, one of 6 Canadians in the men's draw. Up 3-1. Raonic with a cross-court forehand. Next game, another forehand winner. He won the first set 6-4. Second set, Raonic on serve. Gets Pui going against the grain and held serve to tie it at 2. Next game, Pui. Cross-court forehand. Raonic runs it down and puts it down the line. Raonic has won 3 of 4 meetings all-time against Pui. Facing break point. Raonic launches a powerful forehand winner, his second break in the match. And Raonic wins in straight sets. 6-4, 6-4. The next generation of future hockey stars takes center stage at the Hlinka Gretzky tournament. It started Monday. Canada opened up against Finland. We have those highlights, and they're next.
Opening game of the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, the annual U18 international tournament. This one in the Czech Republic. Canada taking on Finland. First period, Canada man advantage. Jamie Drysdale to Cole Perfetti. Confetti for Perfetti. He led the Saginaw Spirit with 74 points last year. It's now 2-0 late in the first. Quinton Byfield going no look to Seth Jarvis. Byfield, a projected top 2 pick in next year's draft. More confetti for Perfetti, who led all OHL rookies with 37 goals this year. A few minutes later, Canada on another power play. Perfetti at it again, but look at Joel Blomqvist. Perfetti that close to the hat trick. And now with time winding down, the Finns with the man advantage. Brad Lambert thinks he scored, but Tristan Lennox keeping it out. Lennox stopped all 17 shots he faced as Canada opens the tournament with the convincing 6-0 win. And we have got that game for you starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 a.m. Pacific.
I hope before
my
that
script
game,
said the Czech Republic, but
I hope they find a can of paint.
I want to go faster.
Couldn't even see the face-off dots on it.
How did Tessa and them do it that fast?
Oh, I think you got a late start. They cheated.
My partner picked it up a little bit, then we really could have gone.
I'm an old man. I can't move
That's
quick.
fine. I won't rip on you. This is a progression. Monday was day 1 of training camp for the Canadian men's national basketball team as they prepare for the FIBA World Cup, which starts August 31st. There was certainly a buzz, but not for the reasons Canadian fans would hope for, as Canada will be shorthanded when they head to China. Head coach Nick Nurse, though, is prepared for the challenge with the players who did show up.
I'm super proud of the guys that are here, and I'm super excited to coach them. You can't force anybody to play. It's a unique situation, right? Everybody understands the uniqueness of it.
If you're injured, you just can't play. I mean, it's pretty simple. And so with each guy, there's always something. And I think the worst thing that you can do is kind of look into each individual guy and say, well, you could have played, or you could have. We're not going to do that. We're going to focus on who's here.
Everybody's a grown man. They got to make their own decision for what's best for them and their family. I'm myself, you know what I mean? I can only control what I do. I'm here, and I still think we have a strong chance to qualify.
Here's a life lesson. If you're at a party, focus on who's there.
Yeah.
Not who's not.
Exactly.
I have a buddy. If I ever text him and say, hey, I'm going to go to so-and-so's house, he's like, who's going?
Right.
Who does that?
You're going to wear the maple leaf. That should be enough of a little... Canada hasn't qualified for the Olympics since 2000. Steve Nash was leading the way back then. 12 of 17 players under NBA contracts invited to camp last month will not be playing. Corey Joseph and Kelly Olynyk, though, they're the mainstays. They've combined to play 93 games for the national team.
Kyle Lowry reportedly open to signing an extension and would like a long-term contract in Toronto. That's according to Chris Mannix. Lowry says he hasn't had any talks with the Raptors about his future. Lowry spent 7 seasons with the Raps. Last year finished with just over 14 points per game, 8.7 assists per game, and an NBA championship title.
Oh, you don't say. When did that happen?
He's the franchise leader in three-pointers made and steals.
Now I know. He's Mr. Raptor now.
He is.
Is it weird? I would think it's not very weird that they're not talking about an extension right now, considering it's August. But then again, I'm not part of the front office for the Raptors.
Maybe internally they're talking.
Perhaps.
Lowry currently at Team USA's training camp preparing for the World Cup, and the head coach of that team, Greg Popovich. He had some fun with the assembled media when asked about his newest assistant coach, Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan doesn't know a lick about coaching. I don't even know why I hired him. But, you know, he's given me a paycheck for 19 years, so I was kind of obliged to pay him back.
Give me Pop all day, every day.
That was the thing with him. It's his deadpan that you're like, oh. Yeah. And he likes his wine a lot. He said he doesn't like early tip-offs because he can't drink wine the night before.
Yeah, and his the team meals with the Spurs are notorious. They're like 2-3-hour dinners in which he brings the wine to the meals, and the whole team goes. So it's
like
it's
a
legendary.
wine pairing?
Yeah,
we need to get in on that. More from the NBA, and free agent Vince Carter has reportedly agreed to a one-year deal to return to the Hawks. Carter says he will retire after this upcoming season. The 42-year-old will be playing in his 22nd season. If he plays after January 1st, he'll become the first player to play in 4 different decades in the NBA. I did some research here. Al Harrington, Tyronn Lue were drafted in the same year as Vince Carter, 1998.
So the dream of him playing his last season with the Raptors is over, although he could sign like a one-day contract.
Yep, he could do a Jordy Nelson.
He's 23rd on the NBA's all-time scoring list.
Now, as for those Rough Riders, they've acquired wide receiver Kenny Stafford from the Eskimos in exchange for Christian Jones. Stafford had 30 receptions for 366 yards and 2 touchdowns with Edmonton this season. The 29-year-old has played 70 career games, and he won a Grey Cup with the Eskimos. That was back in 2015. The Riders have won 3 in a row.
This is a bizarre stat. Stafford had a career-high 9 touchdowns in 2015. He's never had more than 2 in any other season.
Riders are hoping that changes.
Yes, the Leos returning from their bye week, sitting last in the West. Their QB, Mike Riley, may be trying to mix things up again. He's usually known to have a full beard. Showed up at practice on Monday with a new look.
So this isn't a luck thing.
You think I give a damn about what my beard length is in terms of how that's going to have us play on the field? If my beard length makes a difference on how we play on the field, somebody tell me what the proper length is, because I'll put it at that and I'll leave it there. I mean, outside of that, if you're worried about superstition and luck to turn things around, you're going to be waiting for a long time.
Yeah, Farhan. Riley, I said he did it before. He shaved his beard after the Lions got off to an 0-2 start, and it was a big deal then.
It's a miracle he's walking as well as he is, considering what that offensive line has done. Sorry. And an update on my time. What was the time that we got?
It was 8?
8 and change. So I was like just under 20, and now we've gone to 8.
So, 4.
What's Tuesday going to bring?
On Tuesday, 4 seconds.
Coming up, Christian Yelich plays long ball in Pittsburgh. Highlights after the break.
Brewers Pirates, top 1, Christian Yelich. I don't know if you got it. Oh, man, that's a beautiful ballpark. I've driven by it, never been in. Number 38 extends his league lead. Number 38, if you didn't hear me correctly. Next inning, Mike Moustakas sends one to left. Brian Reynolds. He's going to run out of room, so that's a home run. What? He caught it. Takes a home run away. In the 4th, Moustakas. Oh, my mama. 459 feet, is 27th of the year. Top 9. Yelich, back up.
How far is this one going to fly? Christian Yelich with a mammoth home run. 9-6 Brewers into...
Ends up in the Allegheny. His 4th career multi-home run game, 39th home run, as the Brewers win this one, 9-7. It's the Jannies, the summer edition. Hopefully you had a great long weekend. Vladdy Guerrero Jr., grounder up the middle. Willie Adames, diving stop, then the throw to first. Ji-Man Choi does the splits to complete. Does he need to do them?
Boy, Choi really
sure.
He's going to feel that tomorrow. Anthony Santander with the soft liner, and look at Aaron Judge. So what do you think about that one? Did he need to do? Yeah, he needed to do that. He needed
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Scraped it off. Kurt Suzuki.
To Suzuki.
Okay, launches one to left center. Kevin Pillar, full extension. He's still doing it. Just on a different side of the country, in a different country, on a different team.
Still Superman. Sam Travis now, up the middle. Whit Merrifield grabs it, spins, throws, and he's out. It's pretty good.
With his momentum all the way into about mid-center.
One hops it too, not bad.
Jason Castro sends a ball to right. Okay, it's into the corner. That's trouble. This is an easy double. Wait a second. Ronald Acuna Jr. with a hose for an arm. Perfect. Strike to second. Got him.
Fun kid to watch. And last but not least, David Fletcher, the ground ball. Jose Iglesias finds it, and that one's a two-hopper to first. I like the ump right behind him. Emphatic out. Your Jennies.
Before we get to the plays of the week, just wanted to point out that this long weekend in Canada is the best of all the long weekends. Perfect weather every time. This is not open to debate. So thank you to 29-year NHL linesman Mike Civic, for which this Civic Holiday is named. It's spelled different? Just, I know it's not open for debate, but the August long weekend, because it's in the middle of the summer, people might say Labor Day, but it's at the end, right in the cozy part of the summer. That's why. Toronto native Peter Polansky facing the 16-seed Gael Monfils. Opening set after Polansky fought back from 4-1 down, comes up with the backhand winner. The Canadian wins the first set 7-6. Monfils won the second set in the third. Polansky gets to the drop shot. Monfils, backhand winner. So he's up 5-3. Match point. Monfils with the forehand. It's called out. Monfils challenges, and a fraction of the ball is in.
Oh, my goodness. In.
Wow.
They have to replay the point. Monfils acting like the match is over. Monfils, he still needs one more point. And goes to the net for the backhand, and Polansky hits it long. Monfils wins in 3 sets, and he moves on to the second round. Hey, you want NHL news in the summer? We got it. Defenseman Kevin Shattenkirk has signed a 1-year deal with the Lightning. It's worth $1.75 million. 30-year-old was bought out by the Rangers on Thursday. He had 2 years left on that deal with an annual cap hit of $6.65. Shattenkirk coming off one of his worst statistical seasons, just 28 points in 73 games. The 2 seasons prior to that, he had a combined 79 points in 126 games. According to Cap Friendly, the Lightning have about $9.3 million in cap space, and RFA Braden Point still unsigned. Shattenkirk, he had a career worst -15. I feel like we're picking on him for a season, and his 2 goals were the fewest he's ever scored in a full season.
Tampa Bay, early exit from the playoffs. 319 goals last season. Led the league and cap space, which should terrify the rest of the league.
Time for a new edition of our popular Sports Clothes theme segment. It's Sports Clues.
Ooh. Well, the Bruins will have a new 3rd jersey for the upcoming NHL season, and it would appear it's been leaked, showing a black version of their 2019 Winter Classic jersey. So it's the same but different. I guess if your name's Bob or Bill or Brian, you're loving it.
See, they have to stick with tradition, and just, does nothing really for me. Let's stay on the topic of sports clothes. On Sunday's show, we showed you a Janny from a game involving the Utica Unicorns. Now, I said, I bet you they sell a lot of merchandise because they probably have a really cool logo.
Are we finally going to see it?
Yeah, if you're wondering what it looks like, here it is, and...
As I expected it to be. Maybe a little... I thought there'd be some sprinkles or something.
We're going to get a jersey shot.
I like the purple.
There it is. Okay, rather underwhelming. So I was expecting more, and I didn't get it.
No.
This has been Sports Clothes. Prior to a joint practice between the Texans and Green Bay Packers, this is great. Texan star and Wisconsin native J.J. Watt participated in the custom of borrowing a bike from a young fan and going for a ride. Something he said was a childhood dream of his. It did not go well. He broke the bike.
Yeah, of course he did.
Oh, so this kid hit the lottery. He's getting a new bike. He's getting season tickets.
J.J. Watt, according to NFL.com, is 6'5", 288 pounds. The bike didn't stand a chance.
No.
Even an adult bike might not have stood a chance.
So we interviewed him once, way back when, and this is when he was hurt, and he couldn't work out. So he chose a restaurant that was 10 miles from his house, and he walked to it and back for his workout. He's a dedicated individual.
Hopefully he had some carbs, carb loading.
He should have got a bike.
Could find one.
As we mentioned off the top of the show, Jay's off for the entire month of August for his summer vacation, so let's check in on his vacay. Okay, he looks relaxed. He's got a Magnum PI shirt, hanging out with a bunch of old people.
Staying hydrated.
Yeah.
So does he have to send you a picture every day? That's kind of...
Hey, whatever he puts out into social media will show up on this show.
Fair
So
game.
stay tuned
Fair game.
for updates on Jay's vacation. Brand new Jay and Dan podcast. Just recorded it Monday. No Jay, but we have some podcast regulars on it. We have Jim Pearl, we have Jonathan Torrens, and we have Ryan Shepard, DJ, talking about if DJs actually do anything when they're on stage. I don't know if it's going to be a Tuesday or Wednesday. Christoph, our producer, is on vacation, so we'll keep you updated.
Feels like everyone's on vacation.
I know.
Our assessment, right?
I wish I was. Oh, right.
Oh, thanks a lot. Worst play of the day, Jays and Rays. Vlad Guerrero Jr. just whiffs on it. Jesus Aguilar makes it to second. Guerrero charged with the error. I mean, he should have had that, right? Yeah, it's the worst.
Highlight of the night. Kurt Suzuki. Oh, that's a gapper. No, it isn't. Kevin Pillar. I think San Francisco has the greatest grass in the league, like lawn. They have the greatest lawn in baseball. Pillar leading the team in RBI. Right, Hound Dog? By 10.
Time for You Blew It. I was really excited to be a part of it yesterday or on a Sunday show. Not part of it myself. Dan, you blew it by telling us to avoid Timmy's at the start of the show.
I meant to say enjoy.
Right. I think Tim Hortons' president is on line one. Also, Bill Murray apparently has written 3 books.
Okay.
We wanted to give a shout out to the Sox.
Right, we were trying to wonder what the heck they mean. There's cats in boxes. Don't really get it? Yeah. This long weekend in Canada is the best of all the long weekends. Perfect weather, and this is not open to debate.